I put mayo on every sandwich and it's done a...
Ace.
I'm going to say it. I'm just going to say it.
Is a really good choice, Mari. I like it. I like this game as well. We're starting off on Dust2. In fact, easily confused by Nuke. I could see how Tatreska made that mistake, but it is in fact Dust2.
We're here. We're here in the B tunnels. Can't mistake this position for anywhere else on any other map in the history of Counter-Strike.
Whoa, they're not going to wait. This is pretty straightforward, it feels like. Smoke has been set up. They put in a flashbang as well. I don't know why they're not running. I feel like, are they just expecting a peek? That's a very interesting way to approach this. But now, they're finally going to go for it. Hobbit! Oh, dear! Looking for one last headshot. Does he have it in him? 4 bullets left now. Just the one, and he's going to get a chance to reload. Buying time. He swings for it. I would have loved to have seen him going for a little bit more there. That would have been fun. But still, he pretty much killed that round. And players will win the opening on Dust2.
That was a unique opener for Liquid there, to try to throw what seemed to be almost fake flashes out and then try to reset that situation and just throw out one more. It's as if they think that players are suddenly going to stop playing anti-flash, that maybe they're going to swing out wide in the open, that'll catch them off, but not the case. Players just hold their setup as they should, and that little gimmick play doesn't quite work out the way Adren drew it up.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, that can really happen, but you always wonder if you saw it a couple of more times. If we keep an eye on it, I bet Liquid will try that again. You usually don't walk away from a plan just because it didn't work the one time, right? So, could be cool to see. Up close with the MP9. There's a flashbang behind him somewhere, I think. So we'll see. Yep, he's going to turn for it, and it does have a lot of stopping power. There's a team kill in the middle of all of that, and Hobbit will get a couple of more on the board. So, that's a decent start for players right now.
Something to note now for the rest of the game. Naf's scoreline will have 1 less kill than he really does have. He's on -1. But good setup overall from players. I really do love to see in the second rounds here on Dust2 for teams the defenses to focus on cat control. It's one of the only things that T's ever try to do is go up cat, try to find a plant. So meet it head on.
Yeah, don't give him the space. It's an easy place to get a bomb plant from. Oh, not really necessarily what he wanted to do there. Oh, wow. Shiro pushing up at the top of mid to take down Shox. A play that Shox, by the way, himself way back in the day, talking about like 13, 14 type days, would do a lot. That push to top mid from the CT side with the AWP. So, blast from the past, really, if you're Shox on the receiving end.
Taste of his own medicine, 9 years late.
Yeah, you know what? Whatever it takes. It's going to be a third round here, and it's starting in a 4-on-4, basically. Upper dark control for Nafany. That's pretty big.
That is an interesting development in terms of the map control. Liquid does not look like they're going to be going back to B tunnels anytime soon. They're concentrating their efforts towards long. They still have a couple of smokes, so they'll be able to get across. But we can see that players are pretty set up for this. They have 3 guys on that A site, and they'll be able to meet this with a nice defense. They even have some counter flashes, and Shiro just goes for the swing.
Yeah, that's the problem. It's really obvious what is coming next right now. If you're on the defending side, you know. Shiro, he looks to be warmed up right now. I actually love the boost they did earlier to look over the smoke and deep into pit. I've noticed they've done that on a bunch of maps right now. They like boosting and double boosting inside of the smokes. Shiro's not missing anything right now. OC on the other side, normally also very reliable with that AWP, but all he has is the AK right now. 10 seconds on the clock, and I don't think they're going to allow him to get even the bomb plant here. Right on top, Nafany will take him down, and that's a very, very good hold. And obviously Shiro on the AW. It's not... We've had a couple of games in the last couple of days where he's been missing some of those shots, but today it's looking dangerous.
One thing to note is that given the stakes or the lack thereof of stakes in this game, Shiro is trying to develop a different and more aggressive playstyle. I actually talked to him about this at Katowice, how early on in the year, where he won an MVP medal at FunSpark, he was playing a much more aggressive style. He was trying to shed that narrative that he's just a very passive opper that doesn't ever go for openers, and they're integrating some things into his playbook. That was an example of him getting pretty flashy in the mid-round. And he actually pushed up mid at the beginning of that, too.
I mean, now's a great time to practice that if you want. It would be very cool if you had 2 different gears to play in.
Yes.
You could sort of do it in the middle of a game, right? But
if you want to be the best in the world, you have to be versatile. Can't be too predictable.
He's taking a bit of damage already. They're pretty far back on the map. They're giving Liquid the catwalk this time. Probably not too worried since they have much, much better weaponry. Could have been a headshot, but not quite this time. There's not really anything I think Liquid can do in this round outside of landing some really cool headshots. It's kind of down to that.
They'll be looking for a plant as they make their way up catwalk. Can expect the close lurk smoke to come out and then a couple of flashes. Only problem for players is that Hobbit's the only one that's close to defend this. Okay, they actually go for the corner smoke.
Nice Molotov on top of everything else. They look warmed up right now on the CT side for sure.
Oh, the bomb has not been picked up by Naf. Well, either way, it's a nice cleanup from Exile, and that's a 4. Not using the close smoke, you could already see the disadvantages of that. They want to throw what was called the Avangar one-way on the corner, but if you can't even get to the smoke, you can't use it.
Yeah, that is a prerequisite, isn't it? Back when Yanko was the coach of MIBR,
okay,
a lot of teams, especially that MIBR team, like to do this drop into CT from catwalk. Why don't we see that so much anymore, I wonder?
If you have the drop smoke ready, it's pretty good, but okay, wait. Oh, that angle's usually good for one. Wow, Elise just keeps pressing on forward.
I caught him.
I'm shocked no one's dead right now.
Yeah. so deep into middle. It does draw a bunch of people a little bit further back here, so they've managed to kind of mix the defense up a little bit. You can see Hobbit is now down here as well. He would have been playing up on that A site just 10 seconds ago. So there is an opening.
One thing to note about this round is look how early Liquid are on Cat. A minute, and they were here with a minute 20 left. That early fast smoke that they threw for Xbox, that's a nice little development in the Dust2 meta. People that can throw that one consistently, that adds a lot in terms of your early map control. But they are just posturing. They haven't actually done anything at Cat with that space yet.
They're gonna go back to middle. Shox flashed in, looking for the opening. He had the right idea. He was even pre-aiming that box. But Hobbit just a little bit too quick. We're down to 35 seconds. They're gonna be out middle. 3 of them running in Nitro in upper dark. So they're gonna try and see if they can crunch that bomb side, but that peek through, just running through the smoke and then back again the other way, escaping. Nice opening for Nitro, but he's gonna have to do a little bit more here. And Inters is just locked in that corner. Not much Naf could do in this round. The bomb is lost to him, and Exile will eventually shoot him in the back. So 5-0 is the start here for players. It is just looking very, very good right now.
You can see players are exercising a lot of freedoms in terms of the way they want to take contests in the mid-round. That jump up from Hobbit, the flash through on top of it, they're really upsetting Liquid before they can even get in motion on some of these plays. And that's something to worry about if you're Liquid, because you drill all the parts where you're getting the map control, where you're going through the execute, but those little transition periods that players are catching them in, those windows, that's where you're at your weakest.
Back to Deagles again, and the odd scout. Yeah, right now they have basically 5 kills on the T side. I guess one more if you count the -1 from Naf, but really 5 or 6 kills is what we're talking about. That's not that great stretched out across the first 5 rounds. So
No. 6 kills in 5 rounds is nothing to be happy about. For one, just you're not in the game and you're giving a lot of economy to the other team, but 2, you would just hope by now on Dust2 you hit a couple shots out of nowhere. You know, feel the game out a little bit more.
Hard to, yeah, I mean, it explains a lot about how these rounds have been going, but hopefully that can change. Exile, nearly getting caught out here. They had one flashbang to try and get out, and they probably wanted a kill behind it. Exile handling that very, very well. Probably a moment there where they could have picked him off. Eventually, Naf will get one more on board, but that'll also be the end of it. Wow, this is super one-sided, at least to start with.
Exile is such a devastating long player. Just plays the off angle here, that's a free kill, then waits for the flash perfectly, gets the spray transfer here. That's, man, you can't ask for anything more. That's just textbook. And Players are looking incredibly strong. The protocols that they've shown thus far have been catching Liquid off guard. The flash support for each other, it's what you want to see from a well-polished team, and players are giving it.
On the bright side, man, we've got OC back on that AWP, and we've really been loving that. I think we've been on an adventure together, just enjoying OC's AWPing so far. It's been worth it.
OC has stolen, I'd say, the limelight a little bit away from how well Elige has been playing at Pro League thus far.
He has, yeah, that's true.
It's both of them that are contributing, and really, this is just, it's such a good feeling for North American fans right now that we have an opper, just period. We have an opper now. Like, we can be happy about this.
Yes.
It's just think of the op presence on teams that are supposed to be based in North America lately. There was Fallen, and there was Cirque. You know, you don't... you like when you see them succeed for a team like Liquid or Evil Geniuses, but there's something in the back of your mind saying, that's not really our homegrown talent.
Yeah, there's something missing there for sure, right? Obviously, ever since Skadoodle kind of went off and did other things, there's been a little bit of a gap in the space, that's for sure. Oh, talk about drops. I was asking this weird question earlier. Why are we not doing this more? And they try it. They've isolated the B bomb site now. Double setup inside. Oh, what an opening though. Inter's instant headshot. He can't see a thing, and he's still getting the kills. OC comes in and shuts it down, and it can at least get a bomb plant. But man, they lost so much in the meantime. I can't believe Inter's got either of those kills.
Inter's was just perfect crosshair placement, tapping away, wall blind. There's not a lot Liquid can even do there. But OC's in a 1-on-3. He's holding the tunnel's angle. Axile likely to throw out a jiggle. So we'll see if that... Okay, it's a flash. That's even better setup.
So dead. Yeah, there's nothing you could really do about that. Tough times, but the main setup for it looked really, really good. It's a little bit unusual that they managed to get that nice of a defense in.
Inter's definitely overperformed.
Yeah.
By B anchor standards there. This is really nice. Tap, tap.
Yep, holding his hand in front of his eyes while he's doing it. It's a good angle.
The recoil of the AK would be pretty hard to control if you really shot it with just one arm.
Yeah, no one wants to do that. Listen, we have to return to this topic. It's 7-0 right now for players, and so far, again, in terms of the kills, it's looking a little bit great. They got 9 kills total in the first 7 rounds.
The kills per round, the stat is not getting too much better for Liquid, round by round. So that just says a lot that, for one, Liquid aren't even getting fair fights, because if you would imagine if there were a few more 50-50s in these rounds, Liquid would have, say, 5 or more kills, but it's the fact that players are suffocating them with these defenses, the flash assists between the defensive players, and the fact that Liquid can't even get into strong post-plant positions either. This was the first time they planted the bomb in the previous round, and that's also not a good sign for just how well the strategies are working for Liquid, or basically how well they aren't working.
Yeah, we're going to need to see a real change coming pretty soon. The money's also looking obviously very good on the side of players. That's kind of a side effect, I suppose, of not dying, not losing rounds. Tends to happen.
Everybody above 6,000.
Yeah.
That's, practically speaking, 2 buys in a row. So it will have to be 3 round victories in a row for Liquid to break the economy. Tough ask.
Nafany wants to see if he could sneak through. Oh, he's got that. Didn't even look like he was going to be favored in that fight at all. And Elige investigating. Wait, did he think he actually escaped? Nafany, he's still inside of that smoke. I think Elige thought, all right, I missed him. He's already out. That could blow open the whole round. They get Axile on long, but Elige is surely going to be very, very annoyed. He must have realized just in that moment what went wrong. They nearly catch Shiro, but it's still a 4 versus 3. We've got OC coming up the middle, and they catch Shiro. That is a nice kill for Nitro.
That's not bad. That opens things up for Liquid. And OC, he's going to find this kill. Nafany dead in just a second. There we go. OC goes out for the swing, but Hobbit's holding the line already. That's very nice by Hobbit to keep things even. The HP, though, very in favor of players, and Inter finds the pushing Naf.
Yeah, he wanted to see if he could look for that one. Good headshot, but Hobbit was right underneath. And he is 14-4. That's a very close round. Down to 1 at the end. Definitely could have worked out. And definitely felt like they wanted to change the pace of this round a little bit more liquid. So I can respect this attempt, but it's very frustrating that Nafany not only got away with the opening kill, but this little trick here.
It looked like Liquid uses the fast Xbox smoke once again to get a leash there. It's just that Shox needs to 100% be ready for that fight. You could justify having a leash throw an extra flash just to help out a player like Shox, but discussion for another time, something for Adren to go over as he watches this back. A leash on the corner, flirting with the idea of going through that smoke, and he finds a headshot, but doesn't quite complete the kill. Now, Shiro on the A-side defense, he's good for 2 already, looking for more. Can't quite hit the flick on OC. Now they're scaling up. This is getting a little bit close for Shiro, but he still stands and holds, but Nitro finally takes him down.
Whew, okay, one of the most successful rounds, and just based off of a really strong catwalk push with very limited weapons. Intez has lost his mind and is pushing through the smoke and or the fire. If it was smoke, at least it could be justified, but they were actual flames, and he burns alive. Now it's a one-on-one. OC and Nafany, he is all the way down in CT spawn, probably making OC sweat just a little bit now. How far do you go looking? He could easily plant the bomb, but he doesn't know that. I don't even blame him for going to check this out. He wants to find him. Oh, he's so deep in there just waiting. He's going to feel so red.
As soon as he pulls the knife out, that's where Nafany's holding the angle. Great positioning from him. Looks like we're going to get an update for how the other streams are looking, though. So this is what is going on between Godsent and Big right now on Nuke. We can see that it looks like Godsent, they're in the lead, and this was the map pick of Big. Come on, Big. I've contaminated the well already. That's how Yanko put it.
You really need them to step it up right now.
So many people pick Big to make it through in this group.
I don't know. I kind of understand it, though. They actually are a really interesting team right now, and especially with Crimbo on the lineup. You feel like a lot could really happen.
Yeah, but I'll cope a little bit and say it's okay that you don't do too well the first time you bring in a rookie.
Okay, that's the way out.
That's my way out.
All right. Elise and Shock still have not killed anyone yet. Either of them.
Incredibly concerning, of course.
If these were the ESCA main players that you normally yell at, Maui, what would you be yelling? Does it motivate them?
I don't fight people with yelling.
You don't yell? Right.
I don't do that. Right. Maybe I could have lasted longer.
You seem to have had a reputation, that's all I'm saying.
Yeah, right.
I obviously don't know, but, you know.
Say, come on, guys. Let's get your heads on straight.
Okay.
In the most just nice way possible, because I'm a nice guy.
There we go.
Where my hug at?
Trying to repair that reputation. I like it. I respect it. They're setting up these smokes on the ledge, and then those smokes are kind of being countered by Molotovs that land behind. Now Nafany is creating his own wall, so when they come through, if they do, and they realize, yeah, that's a good read for Liquid, they realize that is a suspicious smoke in front of them. They're trying to see if they can wrap around with Nitro jumping down, but they're just getting slaughtered in every which way. Seems like right now the CT side is just way too much in control of this game.
It almost feels like the smokes took so long to come out for Liquid that Nafany was able to counter smoke and reposition himself very adequately. There's actually, I'm not sure if Liquid are throwing the faster corner smoke right now. There's 2 ways to throw that one way that lands on the corner. I think they're throwing the one that takes about 1.5 seconds longer than other teams do. So that might be the difference maker in what allowed Nafany to find that position.
1.5 seconds longer. You put it like that,
it makes a huge difference.
Doesn't sound like a lot, does it? But
right. Could be wrong. They could be using the fastest one, but
we'll have to go investigate. But yeah, in terms of the enemy side, getting the Molotov out in time and slowing them down, and that buys even more time.
Yeah.
1.5 seconds is a long time. 11th round. Back to some pistols and that scout. Yeah, bomb's still in upper dark. If they clear out catwalk, it's not unlikely they're going to go for something mid-oriented again. They're going to get blown up before they get there.
Okay. of the crisscross smokes outside. But Nafany just stands right between them. That's usually supported by a flash for Nitro. But Inters, he's playing up close. There's a lot of pressure on him right now, and he just decides to sit in the smoke. He's so cool right now. Oh, man. He's not even worried at all about that situation. Lets them all go by, just spins through it, and little pirouette. 3 players dead on the Liquid side. Well done by Inters.
Yeah. We talked about him yesterday a bit, because I think you rightfully said that he get a little bit overlooked in this lineup, but he definitely has had some moments yesterday and today as well. Yeah, you're not in doubt of the skill that you're looking at. He just does get outshined a bit.
Just not in the positions to always succeed.
Very true. Okay, they're going to try and make their way out long. Classic nades landing, especially that smoke from the T side that Nitro is standing right next to. They did throw some counter molotovs out players, but it didn't really stop Liquid. So they have some long control, and they've left OC in the middle in case players try to take map control on that part of the map. I think that makes sense.
Ooh, 1-0. And Nafany has full control of B tunnels. This is a very rough spot to be in again for Liquid. We saw this on an early gun round. They couldn't quite piece it together. The only saving grace is that OC might find a kill towards middle. That's just perfect timing from OC. But Hobbit gets one towards long. So the man advantage still sticks with players. In fact, they double up on it.
Yeah, finding that kill in the middle normally should be a big opening for you to get a little bit more done. Shiro, he tanks the first bullet and takes down OC in return. It's all on Naf. And he's going to go down to Hobbit. Another triple kill for Hobbit right now, who is 20-5. So he's doing a fine job.
Oh, more than fine. More than fine. Hobbit is, he feels untouchable in a lot of ways. This is looking really grim for Liquid right now. Even when they just found this long space, usually this is a position where if the other team pressures you, you should be punishing, and yet players are just doing whatever they feel like in terms of taking the duels, and that's just, you got to be able to punish it, Liquid. That's actually what needs to happen.
Yeah, because they're getting into some of the foundational positions here seem all right. Trying to get through. Nafany finding himself in the corner. Shiro, he's been very confident so far. They're going to try and see if they can double jump him, and he still takes down Naf. Trying to change the speed a little bit, trying to get the good flashbangs into the middle, but I don't think they did quite enough at the beginning. That opening grenade just didn't really catch Nafany nearly enough. So it's a 13-0 scoreline. Man, they're speed running this first half now.
Yeah.
I don't know if anyone's ever tried to do Counter-Strike speed runs, but players are giving it a little bit of a go here.
I think a couple people have, as content, tried to make it a thing, actually. Just play an MM game and see how fast they can win 16-0.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a good concept. Maybe how fast you could get to global elite.
Oh, and Shiro's towards middle. The flash was good, though. That helped out. Man, Shiro just goes for the repeat. That's got to be frustrating if you're a Liege. You are not feeling your scoreline at all, and usually, I really do feel like a Liege wouldn't expect Shiro to do that, but Shiro's just turned it up a gear. He's actually shifted into a more aggressive player in this sort of mid-round. It's scary. It's scary that he's doing this.
And you mentioned it earlier, they're sort of playing for seeding here and a little bit of cash on top. And I guess that's also that allows players to play maybe not like themselves at all.
Yeah.
And it can be very hard if Liquid come in expecting and having done research on a team that plays differently, and they're just kind of let loose a little bit. There's a huge opening. I mean, that double entry into the A bomb site, they get the bomb plant down. This surely is a one round.
Yeah. No way do I see players winning this one. No way.
Famous last words.
No way.
Okay.
Can't happen.
100%. All right.
This is a really tough retake, in all honesty.
Let's see. Nafany. Oh, well, you called it. Exile. Some very, very good clicking. But again, now he's just so far away. And OC will find a way to drop him. First round on the board for Liquid.
Well done. And Liquid do it with a contact play up the catwalk to find a double kill there. That's a different approach. Before, they've been telegraphing things with that lurk smoke, with the corner smoke. But this time, they don't actually throw anything at all. And that catches players off guard. Do want to say, I actually look back at the VOD. Liquid have been throwing the faster corner smoke. So that shouldn't have been a problem for them.
Damn.
In terms of the timing.
You look back at the VOD in the middle of the game still going live.
Just to give them the credit that they deserve, that they're throwing the better smoke.
Respectable work, Maui. I like it. Well,
I'll just do justice.
It's good to know. It is good to know because I would even... Ooh.
Oh my goodness. Wow. Devastating.
Oh. What's the call when that happens on a team? How do you react? Who makes the... What kind of joke do you make at that moment?
You just act like it didn't happen.
Lie about how much damage you took if people ask?
It's okay, dude. I'm still at 100.
Yeah. It's just to keep...
Just keep morale up.
Yeah. Then...
In fact, I would just say, guys, just rub some dirt in it.
Exactly. And then let go of push to talk and cry a little bit. And then you can come back to the
Single tear rolls down cheek.
Oh, no.
Oh, man. They're just getting peppered.
Oh, no.
They're getting chunked by these nades. It's not feeling too good to be Liquid right now. You haven't even seen an opponent, and you've got 2 guys near red.
Yeah. It's the experience that some teams have playing against a team like Big, or obviously Astralis at some points in time. Maybe Flusher, I think, had some of the most ridiculous utility damage of all time in some tournaments. So there are some teams and players that do a pretty good job of it. They seem to have found an opening, though. They could build this into quite a bit. Maybe a quick bomb plant here. They're running through the flames, and because they were low already, they just can't find the space for it here. They can't really challenge the flames, and they had the opening, but that one Molotov really slowed them down. 20 seconds now, and it's a 3-on-2 when Shox goes down in the middle. Shiro, he's just at the lip of that bomb site, ready and waiting. He's so comfortable with that AWP. Amazing mechanical work for a 14-1 scoreline in favor of players.
This has been an excellent defense from players. They are looking to punch their way to that 2nd seed in the group. We'll find out if they're able to close out map 1 after this.
Hey Future Pros, back on Dust2, and this time to show you a smoke you can throw for your teammate to peek long, safe from any mollies to deny the area.
Can't actually recognize almost any of the material somehow, and it's like all the test questions are just different from whatever you've been prepping for. I feel like that's what Liquid are experiencing right now.
I can say I have, and it has sucked. It hurt.
It's not fun.
No, all the work, all the prep, it's out the window because the teacher said no that day.
Yeah.
I'm going to throw you a curveball.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. It'll be funny. Teachers like that. And players are definitely playing, which, I mean, most noticeably, you mentioned this on Shiro. Like a different, more aggressive style.
Yeah. To go just one level deeper on that, when that happened to me, I had a mini panic attack. And I think Liquid might be in the same shoes right now.
Who can blame them? Who can blame them? Yeah, 14-1 scoreline. We don't need to break that down too much. That's pretty self-explanatory at this point. Seems like they're going to try and crunch that A-bomb site with Hobbit lurking long, 4 of them up on Catwalk. Very interested to see when or if Hobbit is going to be found, because the whole round could really change behind that.
Oh, Liege would like to get this 2nd kill, but it's not going to happen here. Hobbit right there around the corner. At least there's a trade, though.
Yeah. That would have been huge if he could have opened it up, but they should be able to read the rest of this. You find the lurker out long, there's a push on Catwalk, you can kind of piece it together. Shiro, though, nice headshot. He's got that P250. He's going to keep going, taking down OC and Nitro. I was shocked that he cut that kill. Well done, Nitro. He was going to be dead no matter what, though. They were just 3 people around him, 15-1.
You could see the power of that corner smoke, though, right there. Shiro was just able to fight with the P250 around it, standing up, and Liquid could barely see him. You basically are just shooting at muzzle flashes when you're fighting someone here. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Yeah. Shox couldn't see that at all until he was dead.
Just never play that position with the bomb.
This is
because it'll drop down.
That's absolutely true. But that's one of the coolest developments in the Dust2 meta for a while, along with the fact that they changed the map, of course.
Yeah.
But a lot of teams like that corner smoke.
Worth noting. Write it down if you're watching. Hobbit's taking a bit of damage. Good shot from OC, but that is a killer grenade, and Shiro behind it. 3 kills to wipe out the entire B side of the map. Oh, this is so one-sided. I don't think we've had a game in the group so far that's been like this.
Players are flexing a little bit in terms of how skilled they are. Liquid, the way you set it up, Anders, is perfect. This is just not the players that Liquid thought they were going to be facing today. There's a little bit more aggression, and Shiro gets the ace to close it out. How fitting is that?
It's absolutely perfect. Wow. We blazed through that first map. 16-1 victory. Definitely players coming in here with absolutely no restraints, just felt super comfortable. And Liquid, they've been watching a different version of this team, and